What's up guys, so here we have the Primo frame. This is a version of the Toothpick that Kebab FPV came up with. These guys at gnarlyfpv.com, they have this version, and I very just accidentally came upon this and I saw it was in stock, so I went and I bought this right away. It was about $20. It comes with the 3D printed stuff you see here, the props and everything, and I think this is going to be a really cool transplant from my Snapper 7. This is a Snapper 7 that I rebuilt into this Beta FPV frame. Let's see how this goes, guys. I'm very excited to try this out. I've been waiting a very long time to get something like this. Let's do it. Here we go. So first things first, I took apart this flight controller and camera and I stuffed it inside the canopy. Now, there are two mounts for this. The mount that I ended up using was the mount that they said you should use for the Caddx EOS 2, which I do have, but then I don't have a VTX. The VTX is built into the back of this one. You can see how I did that. It's literally just cast in there. It stays quite nicely. I haven't put the screws in, but it will hold it. It will create some tension in there, and that's not going anywhere. Next thing is, how the hell am I going to get this board to stay in here? Looks like I'm going to need the rubber grommets from this thingy here and put them in there and maybe just smash some screws down on it. Let's see how that works out. So I've run into an issue here, which you can see right there. That motor plug right there is out of alignment. Like, these two are fine, that one is fine, but this one is kind of at a very strange angle. And it's touching the carbon there, and if I plug something in there, the back of the wire might touch the carbon. I don't think this is a good idea, and if I push, maybe I can push the flight controller up a bit more. This is getting tricky. So the original Snapper 7 had a mounting solution that looked like this. It had 4 or 3 of them. I didn't use this obviously with the Beta FPV frame, because all you need is that little rubber on the standoff. I had to cut this. So if you had the original Snapper, this would have absolutely gone on there very easily. So I managed to mount it high enough so it clears the carbon. But now the camera is touching the top of the board when I tried to put the canopy on. Let me show you. Don't know if you can see that, but right there, that thing is touching the board, and it's, yeah. I could break it. I just don't really want to do that because I might end up putting the EOS in here anyway. Let's see. And here we go. It's looking like what it's supposed to look like, slowly but surely. It's a very tight clearance in there. I'm not 100% feeling safe about that because the camera looks like it will touch the board. I just want it to fly. Okay, so let's see. Well, will you look at that? The motor screws are recessed. Now that is attention to detail, guys. I really love that. I mean, seriously. You know, because if you had those screws out, you could just like tap them on something and they'll fall out. That is really sweet right there. Have a look at that, guys. This is really cool looking, isn't it? So, it feels light, but then it feels heavy at the same time. I don't know. I wish I had a scale to tell you how much this weighs, you know, compared to it being on the plastic frame. I bet it weighs more because, I mean, all this 3D printed stuff on Kebab FPV's design, the Toothpick, it was very minimalistic. But anyway, let's see how this... Oh, there's something missing. Whatever could it be? Ta-da! Okay, so the only thing left is to put on that battery holder compartment thingy. Look at that. There we go. So that's it, guys. The Primo. Now, to see how it flies. I don't know if I'm going to get much footage because the thing is, I want to get those other motors, the 0802, I think it is. These are the 0703, I think. And I feel like they might not have much performance. Very interesting in how light this thing is, so I'm interested to see. Hopefully I don't fry anything when I plug it in. Maiden flight, guys. Here we go. You get to see my messy room and my first reactions to how this performs. So here we are. Whoa, she's off the ground already. This is incredible. Okay. As you can see, I just knocked the ceiling there. There we go. Smaller motors take a while before it can bring it to its full RPM, so yeah. Oh, I actually like this a lot. It's 1S, so you're not gonna get that real kick, but it's really interesting. I want to see this outside. So guys, this thing did not let me down. I mean, literally, look at this. This is like flying a miniature 5-inch. It is day and night between flying a whoop frame and then flying this. The performance that you get from just 1S is incredible. I only imagine what 2S would be like on this, and I think 2S really is the sweet spot, to be honest, because it just feels like it could do with that little bit, just a tiny bit more punch. Now I have the beta FPV motors. I actually have them on me, and I haven't put them on yet because the motor wires are shorter, so I have to do a lot of soldering. I'm waiting on some heat shrink and stuff to make it easier to lengthen those wires. So that's going to be interesting to see how that performs. But I mean, just look at this. This is incredible. Like day and night difference from having a whoop. So all you guys who are stuck inside, you know, flying your whoops and now you don't know what to do with them, this is a perfect thing. So this is why I make this video. I know that there are probably going to be a lot more ready-built models, ready-to-fly models that are going to be coming out with this setup. But as of now, it's so in its juvenile stage that, yeah, it's really going to take off, I think. So yeah, that's it, guys. I already have my tinyhawk, which is the 1S. And I think I will leave that for my indoor flying. But this is really like the perfect thing if you're just, you know, wanting to go around and just rip some nice little areas that aren't, you know, you can fly in so many more spaces with this. I mean, you don't need that huge open area, you know, and even if there are people around, it's not scary, it doesn't sound scary. It's really nice. Honestly, I love this very much. It was everything I could ever have imagined. Ever since I saw Kebab FPV put that first video out flying on 1S, that's where I was very, very excited, and I said, that's what I want to do, I want it. But yeah, I think 2S will be the sweet spot. So, to come, I will bring you the video of the beta FPV 0802 motors, if it's any different. If not, then it's probably just going to leave it. Anyway, guys, thanks for watching, and I hope I could have enlightened you in one way or the other. And yeah, happy flying.